Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Marie, and I'm a SOLIDWORKS education advocate. I'm also a former educator, and I will be your host today. In this webinar, I'm so excited to introduce, we'll be talking about what's new in SOLIDWORKS 2026 and our amazing SOLIDWORKS classroom-ready resources to help you, and some of the benefits and the programs to help prepare your students for their future careers. So a few things before we get started. Please ensure to view the webinar in full screen mode and also enter your questions in the questions section, not in the chat section, so we can answer them and track them better. We have a lot of people here to help with this webinar to answer your questions. And a recording of this webinar will be shared with you, so you don't have to worry about taking notes. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to our speakers today. In this section, we will have Brian Hillner, our SOLIDWORKS Edu Portfolio Manager, and Ryan Kohler, our SOLIDWORKS Education Technical Expert. I'll turn it over to you, Brian. Let's get started.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Marie. Appreciate the introduction, and thanks everybody for joining today. So let's take a look at today's agenda. We'll discuss what's new in SOLIDWORKS 2026, and highlighting both what's new from SOLIDWORKS Desktop and the 3D Experience EDU portfolio. We'll go over all the classroom-ready resources available to you for amazing teaching and learning content that you can actually plug and play directly into your classrooms today. And then we'll also show some benefits and programs to help you take full advantage of everything we have to offer schools and students. And of course, we'll have a wrap up with a Q&A, about a 10 to 15 minute Q&A at the end, depending on how much time we have left. So like Marie said, please don't hesitate to drop your questions into the Q&A tool of Zoom throughout this session. All right, that's the plan. Let's go ahead and get started. So for over 30 years now, SOLIDWORKS has been the driving force behind design and engineering education, empowering over 6 million students and educators across 30,000 institutions worldwide. And together with our incredible EDU partners, you all are passionate teachers and amazing students. We've helped build the skills, confidence, and creativity for the next generation of innovators, entrepreneurs, and problem solvers. Now, that was 30 years of amazing history. Today, we have some exciting news that will change the CAD industry. The SOLIDWORKS education team is launching SOLIDWORKS Design Standard for students for free. That's right, you heard it. Get SOLIDWORKS for free, students. Get easy access to the same industry standard 3D CAD tools used by millions of designers and engineers worldwide, so you can start designing, learning, and building real-world skills right away. Now, this free version is currently only available to students residing in these 6 countries, which is Bangladesh, Brazil, India, Indonesia, Nigeria, and Pakistan. But we're going to launch worldwide starting July 1st, 2026. So just in a little over a month. And I'd like to show you this new landing webpage, which is solidworks.com/free for students. You see the link there on the screen. So let me go ahead and show that to you. This explains what SOLIDWORKS Design Standard for Students is. We have a video of Suchit announcing on main stage at 3D Experience World about this amazing free offer for students. Why SOLIDWORKS is so important to learn, because it's used across the industry to land your dream job. And speaking of that, a really great infographic about job placement with all the companies worldwide requesting SOLIDWORKS skills. You can scroll down, again, another link to get started. We're comparing the free SOLIDWORKS Design Standard against the paid SOLIDWORKS Design Premium, which used to be called the SOLIDWORKS Student Edition, so that's $60 a year. A little help center here about installation guide, online training to get started, and self-help support tips. Again, our SOLIDWORKS certifications are super important, so you can explore all the certifications here, and then some very handy FAQs at the bottom of the page. So there you go, SOLIDWORKS Design Standard for free for students in these 6 countries, launching globally July 1st, 2026. So let's take a closer look at that product comparison. So first up is that free SOLIDWORKS Design Standard for students. And with this, you have access to Design Standard, though no CAM, no certifications, and just guest level access at My SOLIDWORKS for all your training content. Then, like I mentioned, we have the paid SOLIDWORKS Design Premium for students. And this one is available for individual students as well and includes our entire SOLIDWORKS Desktop Portfolio. Those great products you see listed there, plus the almighty CSWA and CSWP, our associate and professional exam vouchers, as well as even more access to thousands of videos and training content on My SOLIDWORKS. Now, for all you teachers out there looking for SOLIDWORKS in the classroom, this free product is meant for individual students only. We strongly encourage schools, institutions to use the full SOLIDWORKS Edu edition because this includes the complete suite of desktop products. So SOLIDWORKS Design Premium, Simulation, Flow, Composer, CAM, Visualize, and so much more, giving your students the skills and experience needed to succeed in the engineering world. So the full design to manufacture lifecycle, along with dedicated partner support and training, amazing curriculum resources, and many, many included certification exams. Students also get access to the premium version of SOLIDWORKS for use at home. Plus, we're working on some exciting future enhancements developed specifically for teachers, which will only be included in the SOLIDWORKS Edu edition. And speaking of the Edu edition, oftentimes when talking with teachers, they don't realize all the amazing benefits you get when you're on active subscription on SOLIDWORKS. So being on active subscription, you have access to software and releases. So that's automatic access to the annual SOLIDWORKS Edu edition release every November, plus multiple service packs throughout the year, local technical support from your direct SOLIDWORKS partner or reseller to help with installations, licensing, troubleshooting, and upgrades. SOLIDWORKS Home Access, which is available for students and teachers to use SOLIDWORKS outside the school or outside the computer lab, anytime, anywhere, at home, day or night. You get loads of industry-recognized certification vouchers, like the CSWA, CSWP, and so much more. You get extensive online training with full access to mysolidworks.com for all the great training content and tutorials there, covering all the basic through advanced topics and so much more. And you get even more classroom-ready resources to unlock even more of the fundamentals that teach CAD, simulation, and even electrical. So all that's included when you're on active subscription. Now, something else that's often overlooked is the amazing value of all the products and features that we've packed into the Edu edition. So buying a commercial seat of all these desktop products that you see on the left side of the screen, if you're to buy them all, is actually quite expensive. Now, I'm not going to run a poll, but think to yourself, any thoughts on what that average combined customer price might be? Cue Jeopardy music, which I don't have, but that would have been amazing. Well, it's actually over 75,000 USD for just one user. And looking at all the amazing value that we packaged up for schools, we actually offer 12 different pack sizes from 30 to 10,000, starting at only $45 per user. And that doesn't even include all the extras like certification and home use licenses. So there's a bunch of value packed into the SOLIDWORKS Edu edition. And we're always looking to add even more into the Edu edition. And one of the highly requested enhancements that we're looking to add is adding SOLIDWORKS inspection. Now, SOLIDWORKS Inspection helps to automate the ballooning of engineering drawings and 3D files with what's called PMI, product and manufacturing information. So be on the lookout for a future release that includes SOLIDWORKS Inspection.
So, Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only difference between the commercial product and the Edu product is just a watermark, right?
That's very true. Yes. Yes. Thanks, Ryan. Yes. Exact same product, exact same functionality. Only difference is just that little watermark that you mentioned.
So if I'm using like simulation and I'm using HVAC cooling or anything like that, which is included, it's the same. It's literally the students get to learn exactly the same product that they're going to be using commercially, and
Yep.
probably more than most companies use. Most companies don't purchase every single product, so they have access to pretty much everything.
Exactly. To, like we said, to help level up and get all those skills ready for industry. And the
That's amazing.
watermark that we're mentioning isn't like a massive watermark across the screen. All it is just a little graduation cap in the feature manager on the right, the left-hand side of the screen that says that that part was created in an education version. And then if you were to print a drawing, there's just a very small text at the bottom of the drawing that says created in an academic version. Other than that, exact same software, exact same product.
That's awesome. Thanks, Brian.
So, since the name of the webinar is What's New, let's now take a look at some of the new features and enhancements for SOLIDWORKS 2026. The main themes of this release are all around AI helping you save time, reduce manual effort, and improve design accuracy. Now, there's hundreds of user-driven enhancements in SOLIDWORKS 2026. So I encourage you to go to solidworks.com/what's new and explore all the amazing features for yourself. But let's touch on a few of the highlights in SOLIDWORKS design. The biggest one is, of course, the ability to now automatically generate drawings with AI. Now, that's super cool and an amazing time saver. There are many improvements to performance with large assemblies, which can be extremely beneficial for student teams. There's improved user experience with the command predictor powered by AI, which uses machine learning that learns how you design and predicts your commonly used commands to save you time. There's also even faster rendering with Visualize's AI denoiser, which now supports in fast mode. So renders are literally done near real time, no waiting, not even a few seconds or a minute, near real time. And also not mentioned here, but something very helpful for teachers is SOLIDWORKS now supports saving files in a previous version of SOLIDWORKS. So this allows students who are sometimes using a newer version than the school to save as an older version of SOLIDWORKS, which will allow teachers to still view and grade their submitted assignments. So yes, you heard that right. Now SOLIDWORKS 2026 supports saving files in previous versions of SOLIDWORKS. Big game changer. But like I said, there are so many other enhancements for this major release. So let's take a look at the SOLIDWORKS What's New webpage. So dive through and check it out even more. So here's that webpage, again, solidworks.com/what's new. And in here, you can click on the anchor links to learn more about what's new in SOLIDWORKS, PDM, simulation, electrical, 2D CAD even. Great videos that highlights one of our amazing commercial customers, Vermeer, who's doing so much with SOLIDWORKS and how SOLIDWORKS 2026 has helped them greatly. This first section here is what's new in SOLIDWORKS design and collaboration, again with some great videos to start watching. And you can download the top enhancement flyers for design and collaboration. This first one here was the screenshots that I just had on the previous screen in PowerPoint, showing you the top 10 features. But something I really want to point out is this ebook right here. So this is a great ebook covering all the 2026 enhancements. Going through, there's an introduction page, drawings. This is where you can see about to automatically generate drawings, all the improvements for assemblies and parts, electrical, pipe routing, rendering, so much more. But like we said, included in the EDU edition, you also have simulation, electrical, and a lot more. So I definitely suggest to check out this ebook so you can see all the amazing features inside SOLIDWORKS 2026. All right, so that was all what's new in SOLIDWORKS 2026 Desktop. Now let's take a look at our 3D Experience Edu Portfolio, which is a cloud-based digital environment that connects students, educators, and institutions with industry standard design, engineering, and even simulation tools. And this is all provided in a unified workspace to teach project-centric learning, collaborative design, and even digital manufacturing. Let's start off with a quick refresher on the packaging of our 3D Experience EDU portfolio. Now, this is all named user-based, which means no serial numbers are required, making it so much easier for IT to deploy. So first we have the base role, which is 3D Experience Platform for Education. This includes all of your cloud storage and collaboration, and also our new teacher role, which we've added to this base role at no extra cost. Then we have SOLIDWORKS Design Premium for Education, which is a new role launching around back to school time frame, replacing the existing 3D Experience SOLIDWORKS role. More about this new role in just a minute. We have Project Collaborator, which has all of the connectors and Project Planner, allowing group projects and student teams to collaborate on the same project with data storage and product lifecycle management all in the cloud. We have SOLIDWORKS X Design for Education, which is home to all of the X apps, which are our browser-based roles from SOLIDWORKS, which means there's nothing to install and you can run it on any device, meaning it's great for Chromebooks and Macs. Then we have our big pack here, which is 3D Experience Engineer, and this brings the best from all the other main brands of Dassault Systems, namely simulations from Simulia, machining from Delmia, and so much more. So now let's take a look at the new role, which is SOLIDWORKS Design Premium for Education. This is the trusted and industry standard design and engineering solution connected to the 3D Experience platform for cloud storage, collaboration, sharing, and secure CAD-aware cloud file and revision management. So it still includes SOLIDWORKS Design Premium, and it also includes Visualize Professional for creating photo quality images, animations, immersive VR content, and so much more. But now it also includes the simulation add-in, which lets you simulate product real-world performance using linear static analysis for parts and assemblies. It also includes the SOLIDWORKS Motion add-in, which lets you perform dynamic and kinematic analysis of 3D assemblies to calculate how mechanisms move and interact and perform under real-world forces before any prototypes are built. I really like that one. There's also an animation timeline down there where you can drag keyframes around. Super fun to play with. And also NC Shop Floor Programmer to quickly generate, simulate, and validate 2.5 and 3-axis machine code and also wire EDM operations. And this new role will be available later this year, so please ask your EDU reseller about it. Now let's talk about what's new in SOLIDWORKS X Design. And like I said, X Design is a browser-based, cloud-native 3D modeling application available on the 3D Experience platform. And it allows designers and engineers to create, review, and modify parametric 3D models from any device with the web browser, eliminating the need for high-end workstations and installations, and even software updates, since it's always up to date, nothing to update. Included are parametric modeling, like I mentioned, freeform modeling, which is like sculpting digital clay, super cool, advanced structure and sheet metal and mold design, and also 2D drawings and 3D documentations. So let's take a look at some of the latest enhancements inside SOLIDWORKS X Design. So let's see, we have autosave on disconnect, which is very, very helpful. This allows you to protect your work from unexpected interruptions by automatically saving progress when disconnection occurs. There's a mechanism to 2D sketches, which uses SOLIDWORKS AI to convert an image of a mechanism into a sketch with linkages, anchors, and rollers, all with embedded constraints. So once that sketch is created, you can actually move and drag it around, which is really
Oh,
cool.
wow, that's really cool, Brian. I used to teach engineering mechanics dynamics. I wish I had that when I was teaching.
I know. It's really cool to see it work. And all you do is upload a picture, click a few buttons, and bam, all the sketches with the constraints and everything are all created for you. It's really cool. Next up, we have advanced sub-D modeling, and this is with X-shape, like I mentioned, like sculpting digital clay. So when you zoom in here, you can see this part, and maybe you want to take control of some more of those control points and vertices and start pushing and pulling them around. So now we have even more advanced surface control for sculpting the most complex surfaces too. Really cool to just do that. I mean, trying to model that in regular parametric modeling would take forever, and this is just instant with pushing and pulling. There's also generative drawing views, which is really, really cool. This also uses the power of AI to eliminate repetitive drawing tasks by being able to generate drawing view creations and even automatically generate your views for you with just one click. So it's super cool to be able to do that. Then we have exploded views in Xdrawing. This is really helpful because it allows you to communicate complex assembly details, demonstrate how components fit together, and even identify internal components, which are really hard to see on the inside, or highlight assembly instructions as well. So with those exploded views, bam, right over, and you can easily create professional drawings from those exploded views. And one of my favorite new features, because I come from Visualize and the AR VR industry as well, are section views in XR, in XDesign, which allow you to dig deeper into your model with the ability to section your models with the hand controller there. In your XR session, seeing all the amazing inner details. That way you can have really great collaboration and designer views based off of the internal components that are really difficult to see, especially if you haven't even prototyped the thing yet. So super cool. So that's all what's new in SolidWorks XDesign. But let's not forget
Brian,
about, yes?
can I ask you a question? You mentioned Simulia. Does that use the Abacus solver?
It does, yes. The extremely powerful industry grade solver for all of your simulations. Yes, it does
Yeah,
use that.
I know we got a lot of researchers on the call, and I know when I was in graduate school, those nonlinear problems with the Abacus solver is really helpful.
Great point, Marie. Yes, that's right. One other thing that's also included with the 3D Experience platform for education is the new teacher role, which was developed by teachers for teachers to make all your lives easier. In summary, all the major aspects of teaching a class are wrapped up into one integrated platform, allowing you to keeping all of your content, your students, classes, assignments, and much more in just one simple place. Because it's all about saving you time. So I definitely recommend snapping that QR code, going to the website to check out that short video after the webinar, and it's included for free with your 3D Experience platform for education access. Here's a quick video showing you what XDesign in the teacher role looks like. So I'm a student using XDesign, clicked on my classes tab. In my CAD Design Summer 2025, I see there's an assignment for my teacher. So I'll open up XDesign right there in the XDesign tab, drag over the assignment that starts with a 3D model. I'll create my assignment, I'll add my changes, drag it right back over and click submit. That simple. And that's how you can use XDesign and the teacher app to easily, as a student, to view and submit assignments. And then the teacher receives a notification on their end that you've submitted an assignment and it's ready for grading. Ryan and myself hosted a great webinar about this a couple months ago. It's called Simplify Your Teaching, your SolidWorks Teaching Experience with SolidWorks XDesign in the Teacher Role. And please go to the website there, search for that webinar, and we definitely recommend giving that replay a watch. Okay, so now to dive into something that represents the next leap for SolidWorks, which is how artificial intelligence is transforming the way we design and engineer. So within SolidWorks, we're advancing on three key fronts. Assistive AI, which makes day-to-day work much smoother. Predictive AI, which looks ahead, anticipating issues or suggesting optimizations before they slow you down. And generative AI, where AI can go further by proposing, creating, and even documenting solutions with you. Now, all three of these AI buckets, if you will, are active and included within SOLIDWORKS Design and SOLIDWORKS X Design today, and we'll keep strengthening each of them. We're going to put extra emphasis on generative AI because that's where we see the biggest leap forward. Like I mentioned, we have all of this in SOLIDWORKS today for AI. We have several amazing AI-powered features and workflows already in SOLIDWORKS Design and SOLIDWORKS X Design today. And this slide summarizes what we've already released, covering a wide range of helpful capabilities like fastener recognition and patterning, repairing sketches, the command predictor, like I already mentioned, auto-generate drawings, faster rendering, and so much more. And as we look to the future, we're developing SOLIDWORKS AI virtual companions that enhance productivity, streamline workflows, and automate repetitive tasks. And these virtual companions have names. So first up, we have Aura, the Explorer, finds knowledge and know-how across your company to help you work smarter and faster. We have Leo, the Engineer, creating geometry, fixing problems, and basically understands CAD. And then we have Marie, not Marie Blanchard, but who knows, maybe named after Marie. We have Marie the Scientist, deep scientific knowledge for complex decisions.
I'm honored, but I think it was named after Marie Curie.
You're correct. With these integrated virtual assistants, designers get contextual help, instant insights, and even intelligent suggestions, faster drawing and assembly generation, giving you more time to innovate or even learn how to use SOLIDWORKS. First up, we're going to focus on commercial customers first with these virtual companions, and EDU availability will come at a later date. And before we expose these powerful AI companions to teachers and students, we want to do the due diligence and make sure we have proper EDU workflow supported with features and even guardrails in place. We have big plans for AI and EDU, and we'll keep you posted when we can start sharing some exciting news on that front. In the meantime, please go to solidworks.com/AI to look at the entire SOLIDWORKS AI overview and strategy and learn more about Aura, Leo, and Marie. All right, now I'd like to hand it over to Ryan to showcase our amazing classroom-ready resources that you can use right now in your classrooms to teach SOLIDWORKS at all levels, middle school, all the way up through university level.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate that. Hopefully you all can see the screen. So we're going to jump in right into the curriculum webpage, which is for redirect, solidworks.com/curriculum. But we've been working on this for a while. So this is something past 18 months we've been interviewing teachers, seeing how they like to teach, how students want to learn, and even years ago we're doing surveys out to kind of understand all this. We wanted to make sure this content was designed for teachers, for students, and at the same time actually usable for commercial as well. Because what you're learning as a student and what teachers are teaching is ideally going to be what your students are going to do in the future. So we've worked on this for a long time. We also want to continuously get feedback as we work through this. So when you go to this page, you'll see four main areas. We have curriculum and lessons, design projects, step-by-step learning, and then user communities. The first area, we have a variety of topics. We start off with SOLIDWORKS X Design Intro to CAD. This is a combination of PowerPoints, user guides, individual step-by-step learning, and as well as practice problems put into one full class. And for those curious, we will be replicating this in SolidWorks as well. And we will have hopefully have that out in the next few months or so. We'll keep you posted. Next to that, we have practice problems for our associate level exam and our professional level exam, and I'll go into those in more detail in a moment. We have fundamentals of 3D design, which we've had in the past, as well as electrical, and then we also have more CAD tutorials accessible for everybody. Now, the big one before I jump further, I want to talk about these practice problems. One of the things that teachers really need, at least from the surveys and information we've had from talking to teachers for years, is always a large variety of practice problems. So we tried to help you out with that, and we made a new database. So we figured it wasn't good enough just to give you practice problems. We wanted to make them searchable. So if I scroll down here, you'll see you can search by the name or the feature, the individual level, difficulty, exam type, and even duration. So let's say Marie was teaching a class and she said, we need to go through revolves tomorrow. So I want to go practice, or maybe Marie wants to find more examples for the class. I can start typing in revolve and you'll see here, it's actually giving me all the different parts that have revolve. And if I click on one of these, I can actually click view it for more details, or I can click download PDF, which will pop up in the corner here. And if I just drag and drop this real quick to show you what it looks like, I can view it. You can see we give you the units, the difficulty, what exam it's for. For the teachers, we made up some design intent just in case you wanted some. And then we even give you the suggested sketches and different features you would use, as well as sometimes a hint to help make this easier. We do include the volume on the right-hand side here, but we suggest that as a teacher, you apply a material to this. That way your students can enter their answers via a mass, which will make it a little bit easier for making sure they're actually doing the part. But it gives you everything you need. Now, this database isn't just the individual files, but it's also broken up into individual levels. So the associate level exam is broken up into 10 levels, levels 1 through 10, 10 being the exam level problems, which are actually slightly harder than the CSWA exam to over prepare you for it. And then the CSWP exam, which is levels 11 through 18. And then once again, level 18 is a little bit harder than the exam as well. These can be done in sections here, like you can see level 1. You can download the entire level as a whole. Or you can also go to the table view where you can then search and you can filter for the title, the difficulty, or the duration. And if you really want, you could just download all 365 problems. And yes, we have enough problems for one every day of the year.
We got to
Except
make a
for leap
special reward for that one if someone does it, Ryan.
I know, except leap years. But we're good besides that. So we made these for everybody. It's for you to use. And just a reminder, we'll go into details in a moment, but point one through point four of every level, that, if we go back over here, which we'll go into a moment, we'll have the full step-by-step content. So this is free right now. You don't need to do anything. You can literally just go to this page and download the files. So this is something for everybody to use. We want to get feedback on it. We want to, gather more problems in the future and make it more problems, maybe thousands, we'll see. But it's designed for you. Next up is the design projects. Now, these design projects are designed for the middle school, high school level, or the secondary level of school. And what they include is their individual projects that can take, a day to 2 days or a few days. They're focused around 3D printing as well, so you can actually 3D print and actually make the object. And they include individual PowerPoints for the classroom, a student guide, a teacher guide, even a one-pager to kind of give to administration to show them, what's in there, and the full step-by-step of actually how to make these. Now, currently these are in XDesign, but we are going to remake these as well in SOLIDWORKS as well. Now, they're completely usable in SOLIDWORKS as is, but we want to go through and make the step-by-step showing the steps in SOLIDWORKS. One of my favorite ones here is the tensegrity table because I always find those really cool. But they're fun little projects to use. Now, the next area, which is probably, you could argue, almost as important, if not more important than the database, is the step-by-step learning. You might notice here we have the associate level for SOLIDWORKS for the associate level exam and professional, and then we have the associate for X design. The professional one we added recently, which I mentioned is levels 11 through 18. But if we go to the associate level exam, you'll see here we broke it up into 10 levels, like I mentioned. Each level is going to have an introduction, which has the individual features you need to do to make the part. So let's say you're in this first area, it's basic sketch and extrusion. Maybe we're doing some lines, some rectangles, some circles. It'll actually have a GIF or GIF for every single one of those. And then if we go into, let's say, actually, which one have I not done? Let's do 1.3. If we go into 1.3, for example, this is where a lot of the feedback from you and your students helped us design this. And I want to give a shout out to Brian and Joe Russo from the SOLIDWORKS training team who have spent a ton of time on this with myself to create this content. We really tried to make it all for you guys to make it easy to use. If we go to the problem statement, this is enough information to get started. This is like if you're setting up some IKEA furniture and you want to just try it without actually going through the instructions. But if you want the full step-by-step instructions, you can click on step-by-step, and you'll notice here you have all the individual steps with a short video that just shows you just those steps. You can see it's only 19 seconds and it goes through specifically those steps. But as you progress, you might be like, hey, well, I want to look at the original part. Well, don't worry, it's always there. And if you're working on a sketch, we actually create an individual picture for the sketch as well, so you can just work on that as well.
That's
Now,
cool.
for
I actually didn't
those,
know we did the sketch reference too. Wow.
we do, yeah, we want to make it so that once again, you can kind of, if you want to try it and yourself before actually going through the steps, you can. So it's kind of, I mean, think about it this way, it's kind of an animated book.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
it's pretty much what it is.
And you're on level 1.3, which just as a recap, that means this is practice problem in level one, the third practice problem. So that the image of the drawing that you saw, that is the exact same practice problem that you'd find in the practice problem database.
Exactly. And so point one through point four are going to have full step by step, and everything after that, point five and up to point 30 is going to be individual extra ones that don't have actual videos, but they have the PDF document for all the notes you need in order to design it, all the dimensions and everything. Now, for those who prefer a YouTube style, we also have the solution video. And this is where I'm going to hit mute right away. It has audio and it has closed captioning in English, and it goes through fully how to make the part step by step. So if you preferred, jumping around the same video, don't worry, it's there as well. And then for the teachers at the end, there is a final knowledge check where the student can submit the mass of the part based on the material given and making the part correctly. And that'll actually give a check mark next to it so you can see if they did it right or not. So this content is designed once again for everybody to use. We want you to use it however you want. It's here for you. Uh, Also a reminder, 1.1 or point one is actually easier than point two and then point three and point four. So for the first four on each level, they actually increase in difficulty as well. So let's jump back here. And please, once again, continue to ask questions. Brian, Marie, and Valerie are going to be answering questions, and myself as well. So please feel free to ask questions throughout the chat. So from here, we also have our user communities, where we have an academic community, our student community, and also our SOLIDWORKS user forum. For teachers, we have tons of information in the academic community, as well as wikis with information to kind of show you how to do things, install stuff, access to resources, everything you can think of. And for the student community, we have a ton of content in there specifically for helping you learn and helping you go through and ask questions and help you out with whatever you need. So let me jump back to the PowerPoint and I'll ask if everybody can see the screen. Looks like we're good.
Yep,
So
you got it.
just to recap on that, all of this content is free for teachers. This is something that you can go to the webpage, solidworks.com/curriculum, and you can get it right now. Intro to CAD course, 12 design project, 365 practice problems, and actually, to be fair, I mean, two step-by-step learning, but two for SolidWorks and one for X Design. So this is all available to you right now.
And those practice problems, that database, that's an industry first, conceived by our very own Ryan Kohler, which was again the first time in the industry that we have a searchable, filterable, online database full of practice problems that you can use as in class assignments, homework assignments, or even just to teach CAD to your students. Super, super easy.
Yeah, and the beauty is it caters to whatever type of teacher you are. If you're a brand new teacher that's looking for more content and searching the web, or if you're a tenured teacher that, just wants to change it up and you just get a few more practice problems. We want you to use it however you want. It is yours to use. So please feel free to use it. If you want to go and screenshot stuff and use the individual GIF files, do whatever you want. It's there for you to help you with your class. So we'll jump in a little bit more and talk about some of the benefits and programs. Let's first talk about certification. We know Brian spoke about certification earlier, but we really want to emphasize this. This is something that every school gets with their licenses. It comes with the premium package of the student premium package as well with the associate and professional. But these certifications really show employers that you know what you're doing. You can say you know SolidWorks on your resume, but when you have an associate or professional level exam, it tells a way deeper story and it proves that you put the effort in to actually get certified. These certifications we offer are one-to-one. So if you have 60 seats at your school, then you're going to get 60 of associate, professional, all the professional advanced exams. Even sometimes we'll give you the expert if we have a student that passes all of the exams and all the preparation for the expert level exam. So please take advantage today. Teachers, you're more than welcome to sign up as an academic provider at the link below, solidworks.com/academic certification. You'll see in there's a link that says sign up here, and you can sign up to be a provider to give out certifications to your students. Proctoring and everything that comes along with it is completely up to you. We give you access to the certifications and vouchers, and you get to do what you want. Now, with that, there is also something that's become more and more important, especially on resumes, LinkedIn, you name it, and that's digital badges. So we have partnered with Credly to make sure that all of our certifications, when you pass them, they get automatically put onto Credly. So you can use these digital badges to prove you're certified. So these are just here for you. It's automatically done. If I go to my account and then I go to Credly and log in, you'll see the different certifications that you have based on what you took on our certification site. So please feel free to use this as well. Next up, which is also equally as important, because these are a lot of the students that get the jobs, is the sponsored student teams. So we sponsor everything from FTC to First Robotics to senior design projects to SAE competitions, Formula and Baja, Aero, you name it. We will sponsor your team. Now, these licenses are designed just for the students to use on their personal computers, not for the classroom, but we give you access to pretty much everything we have. You can see on the right-hand side there's different levels of certification. You can have X-Design if you prefer to use just cloud-based software, SOLIDWORKS Desktop, which is probably the most chosen option. And then there's also desktop plus cloud services, allowing you to save your files online and do PDM and PLM analysis on them as well. And then we have our big package, which is SOLIDWORKS Desktop plus 3D Experience Engineer. To Marie mentioning earlier, when it comes to Abacus Solver, we actually include a ton of software with regards to Simulia products for multi-physics, as well as some CATIA products, Delmia for CAM, you name it. I think it's over 140 different apps. So it's a ton of content. Now, something new, we in the past, we've always given certification to student teams, but now we've made it significantly more accessible. You see the link in the bottom, solidworks.com, sponsored student team certifications. Individual members of the team can register using their sponsored serial number and basically get every single one of our certifications for free. And I want to show what that looks like just so you can see. So let me jump back over real quick to here. So you'll see here we are giving pretty much every single one of our certifications to student teams as well. And they're going to get 20 attempts to use throughout these certifications, and they'll have until December 30th to take them. And then once again, after the new year begins, you'll be able to sign up again. But this is something huge for student teams, especially for them to get certified. We really want to help you build your resume and prove you know what you're doing when it comes to CAD. So this is something that is we feel very strongly about. Is we also have another competition that we've been talking about, and this is called a Crudy Innovation Competition. And many of this is actually a great competition for people to do, even if they're on a existing team like a Formula or a Baja team. It's basically allowing you to create a like product based on one of the topics that we decide each year. It could be sustainability, it could be saving water. It could be all different stuff. And you go through and basically create this product using SolidWorks. You then pitch it and create a whole pitch about it. It's a really cool competition to kind of help build especially your presentation skills, but also kind of putting together a project like as if you're working at a startup. And this is available worldwide for anybody to join. So it's something that's really neat. And then we even have the winners we're trying to get them to World every year, our 3D Experience World, which is usually the first week or in February every year. Next year, I believe it's going to be in Nashville in 2027. And yeah, it's just a really cool competition. It's something that can overlap and go coincide with existing competitions. But if anything, it's a way that you could win some money. So wanted
Yes,
to point
and
this
those
out as
two
well.
young ladies on that picture came all the way from South Africa and pitched just like on Shark Tank.
Yeah,
It
and
was
it's not
awesome.
only the winners, it's actually the final that will occur at 3D Expense World. So a lot of teams competing will compete just there, and the winners will be announced on stage.
So please feel free to have your team sign up for that as well. It's a really cool competition. So feel free to grab this QR code as well. This is going to go right to the link that Valerie put in the chat with regards to sponsored student teams. And we'll continue. Next up is Skillsforce. Skillsforce is a new program we launched last year where you can have your students that are signing up for internships with companies that already use SOLIDWORKS and get them a license to use the company for free. So this is anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Basically, if I was interning at a company, let's say an airplane company, and I need to use SOLIDWORKS, I can basically get that license for free to use during my internship because they have it. But the big thing is it's helping you and the school and the student get access to the software and the company for a discounted price of free. So please feel free to use this. I know a lot of people on student teams, especially SAE teams, are interning at companies, and this is a great way to help the company out. And maybe they'll donate back to the student team. You never know. Now, finally, before we go to Q&A, we just want to remind everybody that all of these webinars are on demand. So please feel free to go and check them out. The past ones Ryan mentioned about the teacher app and a few others. We have other ones for CSWA prep, and we're going to continue to do more and more in the future. So any of our webinars are always on demand. Please feel free to rewatch them. And once again, thank you for joining.
Thank you, everybody. You have a great rest of your day or evening.